How do you do, everybody? I'm Dustin Cormier. You're watching How to Rock a Campfire. Today's lesson is going to be on a song called Switchin' to Glide by the Kings. Classic tune, great energy, really great energy on this song, which is, if you can get it really, there's a lot of parts to it, but if you can really get it down on the guitar, it can impress a lot of people at a campfire. And plus, it's a great song to sing. So, I'm going to show you guys what exactly it is that I'm doing in this song before I do it, and then I'm just going to play it through for you. So, this song has a lot of changes. You know, there's a lot of changes in this song. I guess there's two sort of sections to the song. There's the first section where there's, hey Judah, get Judah. And then it comes into, I have many friends that I can dig at any time. So that's all part of this same first part. And then the second part is when they change it up a little bit and they start going like this. Nothing matters but the weekend. Right? So that's, that part. Anyway, so, and there are parts in between all these. This song, like I said, it's just a crazy jumbled up mess. But we'll show you what it's all about. So, it starts off with a relatively simple thing. We're going to our E major 7th chord, which means that we are basically playing an E chord with an E major chord with the 3rd finger taken off. And that's what gives it that 7th sound, right? And that frees up the pinky to be able to come up to what's the 6th of the E chord. So you're playing for that first part, hey Judah. What you're doing there is you've got your 2nd finger on the 5th, and you're switching between the 5th and the 6th, while also having the rest of the chord coming along, right? So you'll notice that I'm going to go from 5th, 6th, 5th, 6th, and then I do the same thing when I go to the A chord. Okay, so when I go to that A chord, I'm going to play it with the fat part of my finger, the face of my finger, my index finger, so that it's taking over the 2nd fret of the D, G, and B strings. And with my 3rd finger, I'm going to go from the 5th of the A chord to the 6th of the A chord, which is the 4th fret of the D string. Right? Down, 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 down. Okay, and then back to the E chord, the E7. So that's that whole part. And then the next thing, I'm just going to move up a little bit so you guys can see me a little better. So that whole thing. You said you'd ring me up when I was in Toronto. And then after that it comes into it does that for 4 bars, and then it comes into this quick little thing where it changes up the beat. I have many friends that I can dig at any time. Mobilize some laughs with just one call. Okay, so that's C, G, C, G, and then same thing, same rhythm with D to the A. Like a bunch of lunatics, we'll act till way past dawn. Sure, we will be walking till the G to the G till our strength is gone. Yeah, this beat goes on, this beat goes and on and on and on. Right, so that part you're going from the C. I have many friends that I can G at any time. C, mobilize the laughs with just one call. And then D, like a bunch of lunatics, we'll act till way past dawn. To the D, walk into the G till our strength is gone. And then D, B major, and then E. So that B major leads you back to the first riff. On and on and on and on. Hey ladies, ooh you crazies. Right? Okay, so that's when you come back into the E7 to the A part again. So blah blah blah, I think we'll ride, so zoom me inside. The sky's the limit, and this time I'm switching to glide, 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 glide. And then this is when it comes back into that C part again, okay? So it's C to the G, right? I don't give a hoot about what the people have to to say. I'm laughing as I've analyzed. Politics and all of this, that's where I belong. Surely because I am one too, my strength is gone. Yeah, this beat goes on. This beat goes on and on and on. Alright, so it goes to the solo there. I usually skip the solo and go right into this next C part again. And it's the same thing basically as the first one. I have lots of friends that I can do at any time. Blah 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 blah. So yeah, and then you know, surely we'll be rocking till our strength is gone. Yeah, this beat goes on. This beat goes on. So this is the third time we will have played this this C to the G, then C to the G, then D to the A, D to the G. It's the third time we've done this little part. So after the third time, this is when they start going, yeah, this beat goes on, this beat goes on, this beat goes on, this beat goes on, this beat goes on and on, goes on, this beat goes on and on, this beat goes. Okay, so they do that a few times and then that's what they do. This beat goes. And then it changes kind of key to the key of E, I guess, as opposed to being sort of focused in the key of A, I guess. So they go into this. This beat goes E, A. And then, so I think it does that twice, right? And then the second time, after that A, you do a quick D to the E. Okay? Nothing matters but the weekend from a Tuesday point of view. Right? So before you go into that, you know, this beat goes on, this beat goes on, this beat goes on, this beat goes. That's right. A, E, A, blah. E, E, A, E, E, A, D, D, E. Nothing matters but the weekend. D, D, from a Tuesday point of view. A, A, E, like a kettle in the kitchen. D, D, E, I feel the steam begin to brew. Switching to glide. Switching to glide. So this part is obviously just A, E, D. A, E, D. Switching to glide. And then they come into the same thing as the first part of this next part, right? Switching to glide. Energy can be directed. I'm turning it up, I'm turning it down. Right? Even love can be affected. Harmony is the sweetest sound. Switching to, back to the A, to the E. Switching to glide. Switching to glide. Switching to glide. Okay, so after the second chorus of switching to glide, they go to a different kind of beat where they go like this. The note now. Right, so that's pretty much the rest of it from there. So after the second switch into glide chorus is when they change it up, right? Switch into glide. Then on my head to the E, right? So you go D, 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 A. You do that 3 times. chords. D, 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 A, A, D, 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 A, A, E major, right? And then so that's what they do. And then after that, taking the glide path instead. And then they go to the 7th again, E7th. Everybody gets the note now, D, 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 right? So that's pretty much the whole song. As I said, there are a lot of little parts, but when you guys watch me do the cover, you'll be able to see how all these parts combine to make one fluid song, believe it or not. I know there's lots of stops, lots of changes, but that's what's really brilliant about this song. So I'm just going to play it through the whole way for you guys so you guys can see what it's about. This is Switching to Glide by the Kings. Hey Judy, I get Judy. You said she'd call you up when I was feeling moody. Hey little Donna, I still wanna. You said she'd ring you up when I was in Toronto. I have many friends that I can dig at any time, immobilized with just one call. Like a bunch of lunatics, we'll act away past dawn. Till we'll be rocking till our strength is gone. Yeah, this beat goes on, this beat goes on, and on and on. Hey ladies, ooh you crazies, I'm the F-Zero, request you in the Mercedes. I think we'll ride and will sue me inside. The sky's the limit, this time I'm switching to glide, 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 glide. I don't give a hoot about what the people have to say, I'm laughing as I'm analyzed. A lunatic's a novelist, that's where I belong. And yeah, because I am one, till my strength is gone. Yeah, this beat goes on, this beat goes on, and on and on. Yeah, I have lots of friends that I can call at any time. Mobilize some laughs with just one call. Like a group of lunatics, we'll act away past dawn. Sure, we will be rocking till our strength is gone. Yeah, this beat goes on, 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 this beat goes on and on, goes on and on, it goes on and on, it goes on and on. This beat goes on, this beat goes on, this beat goes on, this beat goes. Bastard. Nothing matters but the weekend from a Tuesday point of view. Like a kettle in the kitchen, I feel the steam begin to brew. Switching to glide, switching to glide, switching to glide, switching to glide. Energy can be directed, I'm turning it up, I'm turning it down. Even love can be affected, harmony's the sweetest sound. Switching to glide, switching to glide, switching to glide, switching to glide. note now. I hear it ringing in their ears. There's lots of ways that you can go now. Look around, no disappears. Switching to glide. Switching to glide. Switching to glide. Switching to glide. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Oh, switching to glide. I'm trying to find my way out of this hole, you know? Out of this hole! Oh, yeah. So that's Switching to Glide by the Kings. It's an acoustified version. If you get a whole bunch of people going and non-stop, just totally everybody knows the song. It's one of the best songs to play for a bunch of people at a campfire. So I'm glad I got that one out of there for you guys. And I'm Dustin Cormier. I'm for How to Rock a Campfire. I'll see you guys on the flip side.